What's up, everybody? It's your girl back for another video. So y'all, it's been such a long time since I made a video. I'm so sorry. This video is going to be an update video on what's been going on in my life, because there is a reason why I haven't been making videos lately. There's been a lot going on these last few months. So let's just get right into it. First things first, we are expecting. I am almost halfway finished my pregnancy already. Now, for those of you that have been watching me for a while, you will know that in December of 2017, I had a very bad miscarriage, and it affected me profoundly. It was something that I was caught completely off guard. You know, it was a very, very much wanted pregnancy. We were very excited, and, you know, lost the baby one day, just out of nowhere, and it devastated me. It devastated everyone in my household, but you know, me in particular, I never really got over it. I didn't realize how common miscarriage was. I was told that by my doctor, and you know, I did a lot of research. There's women all over having miscarriages, and it's just not talked about. 1 in 4 women miscarry. That's the statistic. Unfortunately, I was one, and you know, women are very ashamed to talk about it. It's, you know, once I said I had one, a lot of other women opened up and told me about theirs. You know, women in my family, women in my husband's family, past co-workers, friends, acquaintances. You know, even my doctor said his wife had had a couple, and one of my nurses that never thought she would have one recently had one as well. It's just, it's so common, and it's just not talked about. You know, here it is. We have an actual issue that affects women, that women need support on, and, you know, feminists never talk about that. They only want to help women when they want to kill their baby, not when they lose a very much wanted baby. And it devastates the woman when you lose that baby that you wanted so bad. And I can't explain what it did to me. I'm a very strong person, but it did a lot of damage to me. And this pregnancy, now that I know it, just like that, it can be gone. I been very afraid. I was afraid to update you all. I was afraid to make a video and then have to make another video that I lost the baby. But I'm finally to the halfway point. Just in a couple more weeks, I will be right at the halfway point of my pregnancy. I'm showing. I can feel the baby kicking. Everything is going great so far. You know, I've realized that there is no safe point. Women miscarry in the 2nd and 3rd trimester. They have stillborns. They lose the baby during the birth. They lose the baby after the birth due to SIDS or other issues. So there's truly never any safe point. So I've had to get to a place where, you know what, I'm just going to be happy for what's going on right now in my life. We're not promised tomorrow. We're not promised anything beyond this moment. This moment right now in time, I'm pregnant. I'm very grateful about it, and I'm happy about it. And I'm going to, you know, welcome this baby. We're going to welcome this baby at some point this fall, somewhere before or during Thanksgiving. My babies never come on their due date, so they always come early or later. So it's going to be some time at the end of fall. Very, very excited. You know, this is what we wanted. I love having children. I love being that nurturing mother. Nothing would have ever fulfilled me in my life. You know, nothing like becoming a mother. You know, no amount of money, traveling, no career. There's nothing that could have replaced what I feel being pregnant, giving birth, and, you know, caring for and raising a baby, a mixture of, you know, me and my husband. It's the most amazing feeling in the world. Nothing can compare to it. And right now, we've been going through a lot with our daughter and our son too. There's just a lot of big changes. My daughter is a tween now, and she's going through the typical tween problems. And then our son is going to be starting kindergarten this year, and I'm just so sad about it. He's growing up so fast. He was my baby, and now he's a big boy, and he's going to kindergarten. And you know, he's been busy with summer activities, and we've been busy so much lately. But you know, that's not an excuse not to pull out my phone and film a rant, because I watch the news every day. I know what's going on with these liberals and these lunatics in Washington, and you know, I sit there and rant to myself at home or to my husband, and I could be pulling out my phone and filming it. But I haven't been. And a lot of it's been because of the pregnancy. I've been very exhausted. I've been having bad morning sickness, which lasts all day. This pregnancy has taken all my energy, and I still have to continue to take care of my family and do all the things that I do every day. And by the time nighttime comes and I hit the pillow, I'm out like a light, you know, and the baby stays up kicking all night, which I don't mind. I'm so grateful for it. But I wake up every morning sick and not feeling good, but I still have to be a mom and wife. I still have to move on and do everything I'm supposed to do. So it's been really tough, but very, very excited. So y'all, please send your prayers, your well wishes. If you're not religious, just, you know, keep me in your thoughts, because I am scared. I put on, you know, a tough front that I'm not, but I'm very scared. And you know, this baby means a lot to me, and I don't think I could go through what I went through before. So please, please send your well wishes, send your prayers. They're very much welcome. The next big thing that's been going on is a month ago, my brother passed away. My brother was a year older than me. We were born a year apart, and he is the only sibling from my mother and father's union, marriage. I have no other siblings from my biological mother and father. My father had like 2 or 3 different children with girlfriends or women he hooked up with after his marriage with my mother. But my brother, the one that passed away, was the only child, the only full-blooded sibling I had from my parents' union. We used to be very, very close. We were like twins. We look alike, we acted alike, and we both went through a lot in our childhoods. We watched our mother and father go down the path of drug addiction, poverty, crime. It was a very vicious cycle, and my brother and I went through a lot of bad stuff, and we lived a lifestyle that, you know, I don't really talk about it much in my videos, because I don't think people would even believe me that don't know me on here that I even went through anything like that. They look at me as somebody that, you know, they just judge off of looks. They don't think I could have ever been through the things that I've been through. But the people that know me in my personal life, my family, my husband, they all know what I went through. And it's, like I said, it's just something I don't talk about. But my brother and I, you know, started living a very similar lifestyle that our parents lived. And at 12 years old, my mother was in prison for murder, drugs. My father in and out of prison for drugs, crime. And, you know, my brother and I started following down that path. I got in a lot of trouble. A lot of bad things happened to me, happened to my brother. And I got to a point in my life, right before I met my husband, that this is not the life I want. I had to make a choice. Am I going to continue and spend the rest of my life in prison or die? Or am I going to change my ways, change my life, and actually act like, you know, I was raised right by my grandparents who instilled amazing morals and values in me that was still there. I was just choosing, you know, to ignore it. But I made the choice to break the vicious cycle of poverty, drugs, and crime. My brother, on the other hand, chose to continue the lifestyle. And, you know, throughout the years, he's been in and out of every state penitentiary. He is covered in tattoos, jailhouse tattoos. And, you know, when you look at him, you can tell he's living a certain kind of lifestyle. And in 2012, he was shot by the police in New Orleans. They shot him 13 times unarmed in his vehicle at a traffic stop. And the police just unloaded on him. In his head, in his chest, 13 times. And barely hanging on after, you know, a couple of years of multiple surgeries and rehab, he was able to go back out into society. And he's never been right since. And the police never got sanctioned, never got in trouble. There was no media coverage about the shooting. And that's done on purpose, you know, because if they start showing certain races and nationalities getting shot on TV, they won't be able to pull that racist narrative that they do. But, you know, it happened to my brother, and nothing, we got no justice for it. And it affected him. And, you know, last month he was killed, and him and I had been estranged for a little while because we would go through long periods of time where we wouldn't talk, because I don't live that lifestyle. I don't want crime, drugs, anything like that around my husband and children. That's just not the lifestyle I want. I chose to break that lifestyle, and unfortunately, my brother didn't, and it took his life. And, you know, now he has a son that is going to grow up without a father. He had a son a year ago. He was so proud of that little boy. He loved that little boy. And all he ever wanted to be was a father. And I'm grateful that he never had children with a lot of the women that, you know, he used to date, because they would be not being taken care of right now. But thankfully, he had a child with a woman that has her head on right, has an education, works hard, and, you know, is a really great mom. And but I'm very sad that he's gone. It's like I lost a piece of myself. And you know, it's just very hard. I haven't been dealing with it well, especially being pregnant on top of it. Been having a lot of nightmares, think about it all the time, and I wish that it didn't happen. But that's what's been going on, y'all. There's a lot of other things too, but that's the two major things. We have the next election coming up, 2020 election. There's so much going on in politics in our society. You know, things that I want to make videos about, things that I want to talk about my opinion and address. I enjoy reading y'all comments. I know what, you know, my subscribers, there's people that like me. We're not going to agree on everything. Me and my husband don't agree on everything. But it's nice to talk to like-minded people, because I'm not around them that much on my everyday life. So I miss you all. I hope you all are doing very well. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and I will see y'all back on my next video. Bye.